resident of the same department. So today I would like to introduce with you Dr. Hasnat Hakim. Without him, it would be quite impossible to conduct a whole session, especially MRCS Part B exam. And all of you know that I have been working, or I was doing the mentorship for a long period of time, almost 4 years. And from the beginning of my uh, post-graduation journey, after starting the post-graduation journey, I got chance in BSU, the Geology department, as well as completed FCS Part 1 exam. And after getting the chance, I started my mentorship with one of the most popular academy in Bangladesh. And there we had I have taken so many classes. There is no other courses, no aspect that is uh, kept away where I didn't start my mentorship. I took class for the residency FCPS, and I was a coordinator of MRCS wing of that institute for long 2.5 years, almost 3 years. And while I was just coordinating that course, I helped so many doctors to pass MRCS Part A exam, because there was no Part B course, and Dr. Hasnat is one of my bright student. Whatever. So I do have a huge experience in the perspective of MRCS Part A. And after passing the Part B exam, while I just passed, so many of my candidates who have passed MRCS Part A, and they were just asking me, Bhaiya, would you please help me? Would you please help me? But I couldn't start, because all of you know that I am working as a medical officer of Department of Urology, one of the busiest department of Sheikh Mujib Medical University. Uh, After a while, when we conduct a pre-mock session on behalf of this institute, I found one of the most energetic person who helps me there, and that is Dr. um, um, Hasnat Hakim. And I choose him, and I uh, just was thinking I can start Part B course if he can ask me, he can help me. After that, I asked for the help and offered Dr. Hasnat, would you please start, or would you please help me to start a Part B exam, because most of our candidates are going here and there. And after that, he was just agreed, and within 1 month, we just launched most popular right now. I wouldn't say not only in our country, and I must say all over the country, it is the most popular book for the MRCS Part B exam so far. So far, it is the most popular book for the MRCS Part B, and within 15 days, all the books have been sold out from the market. And after that, we had to launch the uh, second edition, as well as we have offered a online batch for the MRCS Part B. And and I was just surprised. We don't have any experience for the MRCS Part B exam, but most of our Part A students, where I helped them to join with us, and now there is almost 70 student almost of MRCS Part B exam, and almost 30 plus students are going to appear in the OSCE exam in the Malaysia and August and September diets, whatever.
First fix.
And so I am telling a lot about MRCS Part B exam, because it's quite unusual to start the difficult one before the easiest one. Because MRCS Part A exam, I think it's the easiest exam, and we have successfully launched and completed one full batch for the Part B. Now we are up for the MRCS Part A exam, and And definitely we came here for a huge amount of request, and all of you know that, all of you can see within 3 days or 4 days we found almost more than 20 students, because we are almost, we are without having any publicity, because we are very much busy with our hands-on course for the MRCS Part B. Okay, whatever, no problem. So we are going to uh, start our MRCS Part A batch, and I think many of you got the hard copy book, and most of you didn't get the hard copy of book, because the hard copy, the first edition of the hard copy of books have already been sold out from the market. And tomorrow we are going to get the uh, second edition, not the second edition, many more books from the press. So I can assure you, whether you have got the first or whether you have got the book or not. But if you didn't, then I will be able to send those books by tomorrow. And please, for any queries, any help, Dr. Hasna is always with you guys. He will help you. So I didn't know whether you have noticed or not. I told you MRCS Part A exam is one of the easiest exam. As you can see, Dr. Hasnat and I have qualified all of the exams from Bangladesh and also for the UK. So we do have tests to pass every single exam all over the world, at least for this perspective. Among this exam, I can say definitely MRCS Part A exam was the easiest one. Why it is easiest? Because it is a pre-planned exam. If you suddenly just go through the questions, you will find that questions are very difficult, very clinically oriented question, but all the questions are same years to years. And if you notice previous questions and previous topics and previous sessions, and especially recall questions, you will get to know that, sorry, you'll get to know that the questions are repeating again and again. The topics are same. So if you know from where you will have to study hard, from where you will have to start and where you will have to stop, then it will be easier for you. So I think we are the best mentor for you, and our book that is available at the market, that is the best guide for you. So if you just blindly follow us, because if you just, Dr. Hassan will show you our total routine. If you just simply follow us, just blindly follow us, you don't need to go through any other books, because all the books have been included in our in book. All the recalls questions, all the EMRCS, not all the recalls questions, because we kept all the recalls questions for the any of the session. But before that, all the EMRCS, all the most important topics, everything have been included in the book. So I can assure you, if you don't go in through any other books, even through the EMRCS, that is not a problem, because everything have been included in our books. Whatever we want, I don't want to say many more. I would like to give the platform Dr. Hasnat. He will say every details of the session, what is MRCS from the beginning, what is MRCS, how to prepare for the MRCS, what you will have to follow, every single thing. After that, I will give some input. Okay, Dr. Hasnat, are you here?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Rifat Bhaiya,
Yes, it's
who
your
is one of
platform.
the, he's my big brother and one of the most generous and versatile mentors uh, in Bangladesh. And most of the candidates who are pursuing their career in surgery and surgical specialties, most of them, almost, I don't know any person who doesn't know actually Dr. Hasan Rifat. And whenever I go in an uncertain place or in an unknown place, and I find a medical student, medical person, and he asked me, do you know that who is Dr. Hasan Rifat? This is how I actually come to know about him. So the basically excellence for MRCS started journey from not now. It actually started its journey almost 4.5 5 months back, and we started our journey with MRCS OSCE, where we actually successfully held 70 students with their dream. And as Dr. Hasan Rifat has mentioned already, that 30 of our out of 70 candidates are going to appear in August and September in different cities. They are going to appear in MRCS Part B exam. Hopefully, they will deliver something great for us. And now we are going to actually launch our MRCS Part A exam due to high demand, and we have already published our volume, our MRCS Part A books in 4 volumes. And he has also mentioned that our first lot has already been sold out, and we are in a debt to deliver our books to our enrolled participants. That's how we are working on it. Okay, so without further delay, as you are actually about to start your journey, MRCS journey, so I'm giving from the very beginning, I'm giving you a short brief from the very beginning. What is MRCS and how will you pursue, and what are the impacts, and what are the things you need to go through to ace the MRCS Part A exam. So without further delay, I think we can start here. So I'm Dr. Hasnat Hakim, and here is my designation along with the Dr. Hasan Rifat Dr. You can check it out here. And what is MRCS exam? Actually, this is membership of the Royal College of Surgeons. Actually, these are conducted in an intercollegiate basis by 4 Royal College of Surgeons. These are actually England, Edinburgh, Glasgow, and Ireland. So basically, this is called intercollegiate because all the question papers and for Part A, the exam date, question papers, and the marks and the calculation of your serial all are same. That's why this exam is now considered as intercollegiate exam, and it has actually 2 parts. Most of you actually know about this, and one is Part A, which comprises actually an online based MCQ exam, and these MCQs are actually single based answer. Out of 300 marks, you will be scored, and you will score a certain marks out of 300. Then you will be awarded pass or fail. And the second part is objective structured clinical exam. That is what we call OSCE exam, and we'll have a small brief about these two as well. And as this is an intercollegiate exam, so you can give your MRCS Part A exam from any of the 4 colleges that you want or that you wish. And suppose you have passed, and then you can go for MRCS OSCE exam according to your wish as well. Like you have passed your MRCS Part A exam from Edinburgh, then you wish to pursue your Part B exam from England or Glasgow or Ireland, whatever you want. So you can go for that. And from which college you passed your Part B exam, you will be awarded the membership of that specific college. It doesn't matter from which college you have passed your Part A. So basically, the thing is what I'm trying to say, that is, you can give your Part A from any of the 4 colleges, and in fact, Part B from any of the 4 colleges, irrespective of your passing college of Part A. So okay, so regarding exam centers, for Part A, we have actually this is an online based exam, but this exam is conducted by a third party organization, that is what we call Pearson View, and they actually conduct this exam in Dhaka and Chittagong. And Dhaka has more centers and more slots rather than Chittagong, but they actually launch the seat before 6 or 1.5 months before your exam date, and they throw an email, and you have to book your center. And by this, you will have to appear in your Part A exam via online, and OSCE exam, we don't have, unfortunately, any centers in our Bangladesh. Though recently we had a hope that Royal College of Edinburgh has just contacted BCPS and BSMU to organize MRCS OSCE exam in Dhaka. So we can have a hope regarding that. And in terms of exam fees, currently the Part A exam fees are £607, and regarding Part B of ski exam is £1,099, and this will vary actually according to the currency of your country, and these are actually varied as we are conducting this from Bangladesh, and from now £1 is equivalent to actually 150 to 155 Dhaka. So this will vary actually regarding your bank tax and some other service charges. So basically the fees for the exam
orientation
regarding this. Okay.
Orientation class
these sorry, those who are not participating, please mute your mic. I think that would help others. And okay, so as we are telling about that, these are the 4 colleges and their logos. Okay. So regarding MRCS Part A exam, you will have 2 papers, like paper 1 and paper 2. And paper 1 will comprise applied basic science, and we will show what are the components of applied basic science, and that is actually out of 180 marks out of 300. And another paper, that is paper 2, and this is principle of surgery in general. In short, we can say that POSG, that will comprise 120 marks out of 300. So you will have 3 hours for your paper 1, and you will have 2 hours for your paper 2. So basically you will have actually 1 minute for each question. And so like in paper 1, you will have 180 questions for 180 minutes, and in paper 2 you will have 120 questions for 120 and you will be allowed to have 120 minutes. And before the 2 papers, you will have 1 hour break for your lunch, prayer, and some other additional activities that you want to do, but you won't be allowed to leave the center. And again, this is an online exam, and obviously this will be conducted by Pearson VUE, and for the last 2 years they are actually conducting this. And your activity of that 5 hours will be monitored by a webcam, and your movement, your activities, your eye movement, your head movement, these all are the activities are actually monitored by a webcam, and these videos are actually sent to the Royal College of Surgeons. And if there is any suspicious activity, the Royal College has the full rights to cancel your exam. And this is another thing. But here, this is what I'm trying to say, that paper 1 and paper 2, you will find 180 SBA questions, and in paper 2 you will find 120 SBA questions, and you will have to select one answer from every questions, and you will have 1 mark for each questions that are preserved. So what will you need to go through, or what will you need to read for this exam or to pass the exam? We will try to sort these things. So before that, we can have a marks distribution. We can have a look on the marks distribution. What are the things actually that comprises applied basic science? Look at here. That is anatomy comprises actually 75 marks. This is not actually an absolute 75. It may vary, almost 75 to 90 questions may be from anatomy. So this is how you can have the importance of anatomy. That is almost 1/4 to 1/3 questions, almost 25 to 30% questions are from anatomy. So you have to get or grab a sharp knowledge on your anatomy, basically clinical anatomy, to ace the MRCS Part A exam. There is no alternative to grab a crystal clear knowledge of anatomy. And you will have some surgical physiology, 8 to 10 questions, and microbiology, data interpretation, and audit some of the minor or miscellaneous questions that you will find within your 180 questions. But if you are able to do or if you are able to get a high score in anatomy and physiology, this will lead you to pass in the paper 1. And in terms of paper 2, here are some common and acquired surgical conditions, and some these may vary, and these are actually the superficial knowledge of your surgery and surgical allied subjects. Like you may be asked from pediatric surgery, urology, neurosurgery, colorectal surgery, upper GI, hepatobiliary, and head neck surgery and neurosurgery. Some of that you will be asked some questions regarding these topics, and all of the things actually we will try to figure it out, or what are the things in our course. And you will be asked some questions in perioperative, post-operative management 35, and there is a separate topic regarding perioperative and post-operative management in our syllabus. So don't worry about this. And another important topic is trauma, orthopedics, and emergency. So you will find 30 questions out of them, and you will have pediatric surgery for you will have 7 questions from pediatric surgery, and some medical legal issues and biostatistics. Here you will find 3 to 5 questions here as well. So these are the things you can get an idea that what are the important things that you will look for to get a high score in MRCS Part A exam. So what are the resources actually? So in broad heading, we can compile some of the resources in our.
Okay, Dr. Hasnat, sorry for the interruption. Would you please go back to the previous slide? Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, one thing to make you sure that I'm just summarizing the whole thing Dr. Hasnat just have done for the last few minutes. So you will have to appear for the exam for total 300 questions. Total 300 questions. Out of 300 questions, we have 2 papers. One is basic science and another one is principle of surgery. So basic science comprises 180 out of 300 questions, and principle of surgery comprises 120 out of 300 questions. So ultimately, you have 300 questions. Among these questions, you will get the first part, that is the basic science, that is 180 questions. So if you want to pass in the very first attempt, you will have to focus on the paper 1 because it is the easiest one. These are the topics. If you go through these topics, all of you know that this is the anatomy, physiology, pathology, every single thing you have been studying from the very beginning of your medical life. You have started with the anatomy, and you will have to read through or go through this anatomy from the very beginning, every single thing. So if you do have or if you give more and more emphasis among these topics, it will be easy to achieve the marks because there's 180 marks here. It will be easier for you. And if you just go through the other candidates marks who are passing nowadays, you will come to know that they're getting marks more in this particular topic. Because go to the second topic, Hasnat, because these are the principal surgery, and these questions are really difficult, guys. These questions are really difficult. Who are not attached to the principle of surgery or general surgery for long period of time, you are not practicing, even though you are practicing, you are not attached to the book, then you will get these things are really difficult. So acquiring this mark, and these things are really difficult, and these things are followed, the questions are following the nice guideline, and the guideline you won't able to go beyond the guidelines. So you'll have to go through so many guidelines here, and these things are really difficult. So my suggestion would be just give more and more emphasis on the part basic science. Then always we will give emphasis on the principle of surgery. But if you just ignore the basic science and give more emphasis on the principle of surgery, then it won't be easy to pass in the part A exam. Because if you just go through my marks in my part A exam, I almost found 150 plus marks out of 180 marks, and you just need to pass in this exam almost 210 or 200, whatever the marks is. But you to achieve the marks is really easier to basic science. So definitely if you just go through our routine, you'll come to know we just kept 7 days gap in between every single classes except 2 or 3, because those topics are tiny topic. That's why we just kept 2 classes in a week. But most of the classes we have given you 7 days to go through the topic very properly, so that you can't stuck any of the portion. Thank you. So always you'll have to focus basic science, then you'll have to focus principle of surgery. Thank you very much. And if you just go through this topic, these things have been collected, and I collected this thing from the Royal College of Surgeon websites, and these things are not followed by the RCS because it's very clumsy. You don't know, just only it is written. You will get 30 questions from the trauma. You will get 35 questions from the perioperative management. But if you just go through the previous questions, and after getting the question, you will come to know every single questions are related to either orthopedics or traumatology. And these things, these topics are very, very important for the paper 2. That's why how to study, you don't need to memorize those things. I will show you if you just go through the topic very regular basis, and I will show you, and Dr. Hasnat will show you why we'll have to give more and more emphasis. So just to give you some idea before going to the run, you will have to make sure that you will have to give more and more emphasis on the basic science. Thank you, Dr. Hassan. Please continue.
Okay, so the thing is actually in a paper 2, some of you may find that whether I have come to give the general surgery exam or trauma and orthopedics exam. So this seems like this, and you may find so many questions, and almost 35, 40, even 50 questions from trauma and orthopedics. This is how it's important, and we will figure it out in our regular classes. Don't worry, and don't seem it difficult. And this is our duty actually to make or to simplify and in front of you. Okay. So what are the resources? In broad heading, we can say that you need to find a reading partner actually who will help you throughout the journey. And I can say that whenever you are going through a particular topic, and if you are discussing with your partner, and you will deliver some of new information to your partner that your partner actually doesn't know. And after going through the same topic, your partner may deliver some information that you may not have come through when you have go through this topic. So this is how this is what your serious reading partner is needed, or vitally important for your MRCS Part A exam. And the second thing, me and Dr. Rifat Bhaiya would recommend that Excellence for MRCS Part A. We have recently released that, is also sold out from the market eventually, and we will have our second lot in our hands tomorrow, and we will deliver it to our enrolled participant. And this is the book that this will cover so many things, and it will help to simplify so many concepts that is needed for your MRCS Part A exam. And if you go through this book, we think you don't need to buy or subscribe the EMRCS, because all of the contents and pictures and the relevant discussions, everything are included in this book. And before going through anatomy, Meter Atlas Anatomy has no alternative. You can have hard copies, or you can have PDF in your mobile computer or in your tablet. So you need to see the pictures again and again to recreate a visual memory or visual representation within your mind, so that you can grab a clear concept regarding anatomy, because it has no alternative. To do something better in MRCS Part A, you must need to have a high score in anatomy, and we will deliver some information necessary for your exam, but you can have roughly side by side your notes, and you can have your notes, though we'll try to simplify these things. And you can have your FCPS Part 1 or residency entrance exam materials. This may help you to grab the basic sciences as you have read out this previously, like in FCPS Part 1 or residency exam, we used to go through anatomy. So those anatomy knowledge may help you here, but here you need to have need to be more clinical, because MRCS Part A exam is a clinical based SBA exam. So they won't ask you any direct question, but you can find a clinical flavor or any clinical background or clinical scenario attached to every question. So you need to get oriented with our book along with your previous FCPS Part 1 and residency exam. So this may help, but it won't help you 100% if you go solely only FCPS Part 1 and residency exam sheet. No. So you need to go through our book and Neater Atlas, and you can have Raftery side by side, though everything is not needed from the Raftery. And after the course ends, and we will try to solve you some recall questions from Fauziya sheet and some of the recall questions of last previous 4 and 5 diets. And in terms of exam preparation,
Dr. Hasnat. Okay, Dr. Hasnat, I would like to give some input. Okay, guys. So yeah, and another part where I would like to give you some more output, some more inputs here. So Dr. Hasnat very nicely arranged every single thing here, but I would say I have seen, because I do have a huge experience for MRCS Part A exam, and I have seen so many of people who just attend in the orientation program and who was just thinking I would going to appear in the next January or whatever the diet is, but they came to me with a huge expectation and huge confidence that I'm going to appear in this next January or May diet or whatever the diet is, but in the course of the session, or during the course of 4 months of the session, I have seen maximum of the candidates who came to me with a huge expectation and huge confidence, they lost in the follow-up. So it really happens, it really happens. So why this happens? Because maximum of here who are right now in the chat session or participating session, maximum of you I know personally, and I know if I just talk about Dr. Jahid Sultan, he's our resident, our senior brother, very close to me, and I can see every single day he's just running. I didn't seen him for the last 7 or 10 days to sit in a single place for long 5 minutes at a time. I have seen he's running this word to another word, this transplant to another transplant, with the donor, with the recipient. He's so much busy with his work schedule. So it really happens, and it's very normal to lost in the preparation. But if you are confident enough, and if you are thinking that you are going to appear in the Part A exam, then I would suggest you, first thing you will have to find a very serious reading partner. Is a must, mandatory. For MRCS passing, for passing the MRCS, whether it is Part A or Part B, I would suggest you will have to find a serious reading partner. Otherwise, it would be easier for you. It would be very difficult for you, because all of you are busy with your normal schedule. You're lost in the preparation. So if you are stick with someone, like you are not studying and your reading partner is studying hardly, so you will have to, and you will definitely will come in the track. And definitely all the questions are clinically oriented question. If you just prepare yourself and or you just prepare with your reading partner, those things, the effect or impact would be different, because that will set as a core memory in your mind. So always find a reading partner for the MRCS, whether it is Part A or Part B. Now come for the excellence for MRCS Part A exam. Part A, 4 volume books. These books are very, very efficient to make you pass in this exam, but I would say it is quite difficult to involve every single information, every single book. That's why I would say always focus our book, but in the course of the study, we'll give so many information in your chat session, in your chat box, in our group, and when we'll teach you, we'll show some few pictures that are not given in your book. That's why I request you to set or to keep ready a note khata with every single volume of the books. Just for the anatomy, you can keep one note khata for your anatomy volume. For the physiology, you can keep ready one thing, so that you can accumulate every single information with that notebook. So after that, while you are taking the preparation, you can just have a look on your notebooks. That's by this way it will be easier for you. And after the completion of these 4 books, we'll go for the previous recourse questions, and we will go for the review classes. Dr. Hassan definitely will talk about those things. But I would suggest find the reading partner at first, then keep ready a study note khata. Then come for the human atlas. Why he has emphasized this portion very hardly? Because if you just go through the paper 1 preparation, you come to know the paper 1 preparation, almost the mark is 180 out of 300, and I have told you, and I gave huge emphasis on that part, because there is the key, there is the trump card to make you pass in this exam. And out of 180 questions, almost 75 to 90 questions, I have seen 90 questions one in a single diet previously. So maximum 90 question can come from the anatomy. So if you have a very clear or crystal clear preparation for the anatomy, the to having or to acquiring 150 marks would be nothing for you, because all of you who are right now here, you will get 45, at least 42 to 43 questions out of 45 in the physiology portion, because I do have that much confidence. You won't lose any mark in the physiology, definitely, but you lose mark in the anatomy if you don't just follow our instructions. So always keep neater human atlas. If you want, you can keep any other books. There are so many books in our market in PDF, so you can keep all those things just to look for the pictures. But we have also already included in so many pictures in our book also. Whatever, you can go for the previous FCPS and DCDC entrance exam sheets, but those things are huge. Those things are huge, but like you are looking for the rectum, you are looking for the colonic anatomy, but it would be easier for you to you do have a visual memory while you are preparing for the FCPS part 1. So just have a look on your previous book and got get some idea and come to our book again. Then I think that would be easier for you. But don't go for every single thing from the FCPS or residency. Those are not worthy. Okay. After that, we'll discuss about the FOSIA sheet. This is nothing but a recall question. FOSIA sheet. A question set have been leaked out from the RCS. So there are almost 300 questions, and sometimes there is 350 questions. And every single time, if you just go through these 350 questions, you will get at least 15 to 20 questions out of 300 questions, and that is nothing but the FOSIA sheet. So you will have to keep memory every single questions. You will have to have idea every single questions, because if you just only go through 300 questions, you will get at least 15 to 20 questions in your exam. That is the FOSIA sheet. After that, recall question. For passing, or especially for acquiring marks for the Part B exam, or paper 2, from the paper 2 portions, recall is the must, because you are not a great surgeon, you don't have huge idea for the surgery, you don't have huge idea for nice guideline, every single thing. But this recall will guide you. If you just go through the previous recall questions and review classes, definitely it will be easier for you to have to have a few more marks and to complete your preparation. That's okay, Dr. Hasnat, please continue.
Okay, so we are heading towards the next slide. So here are some frequently asked questions who are aspiring MRCS Part A exam, actually, who is eligible for MRCS Part A exam or to sit MRCS Part A exam, who are the eligible candidates? Okay, so basically those who have passed his final prof exam and has entered into the internship and has the certificate from the university, whether it is Dhaka University or Rajshahi University or Chittagong University, and those who have this certificate in his hand or her hand, they can appear in this exam. And there is no actually a time frame when you need to sit or when you need to appear in the exam. You can have it whenever you have this certificate. And me and Dr. Rifat personally know so many students who have cleared this MRCS Part A exam even before completion of this of their internship. So they can, if they can make it through, obviously every single person who are listening here today will be able, if you give a dedicated time, almost 4 to 5 hours for at least 4 to 5 months. Though you have 6 months, you can start your preparation from now. And if you give us 4 to 5 hours dedicatedly every day, I think you there is no one to certain you from your passing. So you will obviously pass. We hope if you give dedicatedly 4 or 5 hours for at least for the rest of your for the rest of the days until your exam. And it will vary actually. Some of the students needs so many if some of the students can grab a topic, this particular topic, within 2 hours, and you may need 5 to 6 hours to grab the same topic. So if this is seems so, and you will give that 5 or 6 hours to grab this specific topic, but the crystal clear conception with a regular consistency is way more important. And one thing that Dr. Rifat mentioned, that some of you will show great enthusiasm before starting the course, but don't be frustrated or don't lag behind. Always stick with our schedule, and what we are trying to say, we always prefer or encourage the live presence of our participants, so that you can have a live interaction with us, and you can get through some questions against us, so that you can have a better conception. So that's why we encourage the live presence, and always be stuck with our schedule, so that would actually finish your regular preparation almost 2 months. This will keep almost 2 months in your hands. We'll show the schedule, don't worry. And why is it more important or easier for you? Because most of the preparation you have gone through during your MBBS, during your FCPS, or during your residency entrance exam preparation. That's why this is way easier. And other thing, like in FCPS or a residency exam, you may need to go through so many unnecessary things. But here, you will not be given any questions that is not surgically relevant. So that is why it seems easier for you. And we are here to make it easier for you as well. Okay, so what are the registration procedure? And there are four colleges that you already know, and these are the links. And you need to go to these links, and will need to create an account using your Gmail, and you need to give some basic information to create that account. And after that, after creating this account, you can go to your profile, and in the exam section, you will find diets that are given, or these windows are open, and you will need to choose a specific or your desired diet. And after that, you will give the payment, and then your booking would be done for MRCS Part A. And 6 weeks before that, Pearson VUE will contact you, and they will give you the center choice, and you will need to pick your desired center from that list on a specific or on a scheduled day. So how Excellence for MRCS can help you regarding in your journey. So this is what we will try to elaborate you. And regarding our roadmap for your success to MRCS Part A, we will have almost 30 plus. The plus means if the demand arises, we will obviously arrange some classes. Don't worry about this. And here there are two letters here, live interaction. So this is what the you will obviously have the recorded classes, but we obviously encourage the live presence of you during Zoom session or whatever it is. Your live interaction is way more important to pass the exam regular basis. Okay, so those who are not participating, please mute yourself. I think that would be helpful for us. Okay. Okay. So we will arrange 30 plus class tests on the basis of the previous topic or previous class. And we will have 8 review and excellence special questions for class. And these classes will focus more and more to the previous recalls and the topics that comes repeatedly in your MRCS Part A exam. And obviously, we will have discussion regarding those relevant topics, and we will have classes on Fauziya sheet, solve Fauziya sheet. That is Dr. Rifat Dr said. This is nothing but a leaked question that actually September 2016 diet question that was leaked from Cairo. Yes, and some recall questions from last 5 years. These are way more important to dictate you how the exam pattern is and what are the scenarios that comes repeatedly and frequently in the exam. And we will have 4 subject final exams, 2 on anatomy and 1 on anatomy, 1 on physiology, pathology, and neuromicrobiology, and we will have 2 subject final exam on your principle of surgery in general on paper 2, and 1 grand mock test mimicking your real MRCS Part A exam, so that you can have the real test of how the exam is conducted before appearing in the final exam. And we will have almost 2,500 questions from EMRCS. Then we will have 25 to 30 marks class test after every classes and Fauziya sheet, and you will have recall questions every almost 250 to 300 questions in every diet of that recall classes. So calculating those, we have calculated that you will have almost 5,000 questions you will solve throughout your journey.
Okay, I just would like to give you some good report that I think many of you just was worried that you will have to appear so many classes. Like here is 30 classes, here is 8 classes, and there is 2 classes. But I can assure you that we have just completed more than 70 classes, and every single classes comprises more than out of 70 classes, almost 45 classes was more than 4 hours. Even few classes were more than 5 hours, and we have completed those things for the MRCS Part B exam, Part B candidates. So it's nothing for us, but I can assure you, if you just simply attend those things and just follow with us blindly, nobody in the world will able to make you fail in this exam. I can assure you. And just I will give you in written form. You won't fail in this exam if you just simply follow these classes and just attend these classes, appear in the exams, and follow the review classes and the solve classes. Just have a look. We just completed Part B. Part B topics are so lengthy, and those classes there are so many things to discuss. That's why every single classes were, whenever I can tell you one day's history, that was on Ramadan, and I started taking the class at the 10 p.m. and the class was finished before the what is said Sehri, before the Sehri. Yes, and it was for consecutive for more than 6 hours. And believe me, most of the students are with me because we don't know how to attract your attention. really feel bored. You won't be bored throughout the classes. Nothing to worry about. But you will have to have some uh, believe in you. You will have to focus in the classes, and you will have to come with to us with your full confidence. After that, you will be passing this exam. And another thing I can assure you, most of the our books, if you just simply go through the anatomy, these books was based on MRCS Part B exam. Why I am saying this? If you just simply pass in the MRCS Part A exam, I can assure you, if you just simply give me 6 months more, I can make you pass in this Part B exam also. Because anatomy, especially the anatomy, is the same. Here you will have to have your bookish knowledge, you just imaginary knowledge, but in the Part B exam, you will be given some cadaveric pictures. And we have compiled two books together. That's why our Part A exam total based on Part A book total based on Part B book. So these things will help you a lot, I think, because if you just think that you will have to complete your MRCS Part A and Part B exam within 1 year, I can say it's quite possible, nothing to be worried about. Start your journey right now, pass in the January, uh, start your preparation in the February or at the end of the January. And few of our candidates who are with us in the Part B courses, they are just in the internship. Even I can say some few name of few of the candidates who didn't pass even exam in Part A and started Part B preparation with us. How serious they are. So we are here to you with a full package of MRCS Part A and Part B. I think we are already reached up to the level, I think, because all of you know how hardly working in the field to make you pass for the Part A and Part B. But the only thing I am asking for you to give your best. If you just can give your best for long 6 months or 5 months, it would be really possible to pass in this Part A exam. Okay, Dr. Hassan, please continue. Are you there, Dr. Hasnat? We can't hear you.
Oh, okay. So sorry. So me and Dr. Rifat Bhai actually can ensure that if you just can stick with our schedule, that is what I am trying to say again and again. And if you stick us with our classes and schedule and just follow our guidelines, I think you will pass definitely. And Dr. Rifat Bhai has agreed to give you a paper, written paper as well. And another thing is we actually encourage our live sessions because this is the most important. And as we have gone through this road and we know the importance of live classes, because recorded classes has, yes, there are some values, but live classes obviously has more importance rather than the recorded classes. Though you will have both, no worries. If you there are some unavoidable circumstances where you can miss the live classes, but in the next class we need you to be present on live. And you will have the recorded classes by Google Drive. We will show it later on, and we will support you in our Telegram group in any further inquiries, in any questions, or on any confusion. If you just throw us any question, we'll try to answer from our little knowledge. And there are some enthusiastic participants as well who will also clarify your confusion. Don't worry, we'll try our best to clear your conception, to clear your confusion until you appear in your exam. Okay,
Okay,
so
guys, all of the classes will be okay. Previously, all of the classes will be recorded, and everyone who has enrolled in our batch will ask for you to send your mail drive mail ID to the inbox of support excellence.
okay, we'll
And
share in the
after, yes, after getting the mail ID, we'll share the drive, we'll give you the drive access, and every single thing will be uploaded in your profile or your Google Drive, so that suppose you are very much busy with your duty today and you couldn't complete your class today and attend your class, so you can appear in the class or you can see the class later on. But we'll highly appreciate you, highly recommend you to present in the live classes, because I have seen so many person who just appeared in the live classes continuously. He could complete the class with us within 3 hours or 4 hours, but while he was just looking for going for recording classes, that took almost 3 to 4 days. And it's from my practical experience. It's from my experience. So it would be highly appreciated. It would be highly appreciated if you just present in the live classes, because we'll be always here to uh, give you all the answers, all of queries, so that you can clear all of your confusions. After that, you will pass in this exam. Okay, Dr. Hasnat, please.
Okay, so here is our upcoming schedule, and you have already seen this schedule in our Telegram group and Facebook group as well. These are given, and look at here, and you will have abdomen class today later on, and
Wait,
almost
just
7 class.
I just
Yes,
give
yes.
you some input. I would like to give you some input. Many
Okay,
of
okay,
you
okay, 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 okay. So
was
every
just
okay, most of the classes will be so long, almost 3, 4, almost it may take 5 hours. So I will suggest every participant will have a big copy of mark, and they will you can keep it with yourself during your classes, and ultimately you can have it. And almost by the 22nd December, we think we will be able to finish everything. But look at here, on 31st of October, you will have completed your syllabus for the first time, and you will have almost 2 months to complete the rest of your syllabus. And here
okay.
are
Previous
the four.
slide, please, Dr. Hassan, please. Yes, please. Just have a look in this. These are the main topics, guys. These are the main topics up to 24th October. And if you just have a look here, you can see 7 days gap for every single topic. But before few of the topic you will get, here you will get 2 classes in a week. So at first we'll make you habituated. After that we'll start the roller coaster. So I think if you just become habituated with these classes, these things won't be uh, a big deal for you. Another thing I would like to say, many of our enrolled candidates are just asking me and invoicing me. They didn't get the book yet, and we kept our first class abdomen today. So I am ready to conduct this class, no problem, and we'll get our all of the books. Who those are in the press right now, and if you want, you can get this book tomorrow. And if you want, we can postpone this class to the Sunday, if you want. But if you want to conduct this class right now, I can conduct this class now. Decision is up to you guys, no problem. And after 24th October, all of our classes will be done. No, 31st
31st.
October, all of our classes will be done. And we kept the pathology 1 and 2, and these are called surgical pathology. Surgical pathology, like, have a look. We in our paper 1, we have the topics of anatomy, physiology, pathology, some medical legal issues, some images. Those pathology itself comprises almost 40 to 45 questions, 45 marks. But when you are going to appear in the MRCS exam, you might get few questions from thyroid malignancy. So you may ask, Bhaiya, you told me that this is basic science. Part A depends on basic science. So why would I, or why did I got the questions from the surgical pathology? Because pathology itself, surgical pathology, every single thing that will go through in the mostly malignancy will go through in the paper 2. That's why sometimes you'll be thinking you got few questions from MRCS part paper 1, few questions in the paper 1 who are corresponding, or which questions overlaps with the paper 2. That's why, because only for the presence of pathology, or surgical pathogens. So we kept, though it is the part of paper 1, still we kept those surgical pathogens at the ending of every single topic here. Because whenever we'll go for the hepatobiliary pancreatic system malignancy, colorectal malignancy, and vascular and orthopedic malignancy, so many things, urological malignancy, after that whenever we'll go for the surgical pathology, these things won't be anything for you, and only these two topic comprises more than 40 to 45 marks. Is it okay, guys? Are you getting me? No one is talking with us, but this is the way. Okay, please continue, Dr. Hasnat.
Okay, so this is what we are talking about. There are 4 volumes, actually 4 keys to crack your MRCS Part A, and we tried to compile most of the information that are necessary to pass your MRCS Part A exam. This is volume 1, that is applied basic science. These are 2 volumes, and principles of surgery in general. These are compiled within 2 volumes. These are the 4 things. And now I think it's time to show how the materials will be provided. I think, Dr. Rifat Bhai, you can share the screen.
Yes, please share. No
Yes.
problem.
Can I see my screen? Okay. Hello.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay.
Please continue.
So, like we will ask you regarding your email address to our support group and support system, and we'll give you the address where you will leave your email address, and we'll give the access to have the materials for our course. Like I'm showing a demo that like this is our Part B course, which actually was from March 2024 to July 2024, and candidates went through this folder. Like they will see that this is class, mocks, and mock session. Like they will find orientation as well. And here regarding class, as we know that Part B exam is comprised of knowledge and skill. They will have classes like anatomy, and they will find abdomen, and they will find the video of abdomen. Like in back and spine, they will find the video of back and spine. And in head neck neuroanatomy, like this, so on, they will find the specific folders and specific classes they will need to go through. And after that, you will be given mock questions that of the class test. Then you will be provided like in the folder, and whenever your specific topic ends, you will enter into this question, and you will be given a link in a Google Doc file, and you will need to give the exam, and your result will be given automatically by the generated answers. And like here, you will find a folder like this one. This is Excellence, Part A, January 2025. This folder where you will find 2 folders, Applied Basic Science and Principles of Surgery in general. And as we are starting the course with anatomy, and this will be within ABS folder, and you will find the specific classes, whether it is abdomen, whether it is head, neck, or thorax. You will find the specific videos, and you will have a separate folder for the class test or mock or whatever it is. And you will, whenever you enter the folder, you will find the link to give the specific exam by the name. And whenever you click the name of that specific topic, you will find a Google Doc, and this will appear in front of you, and you will have to give the exam. So this is how we will provide the materials, and we will conduct the classes via Zoom, and this will be recorded anyways. And most of our questions and answer session, and as well as our communication are conducted via Zoom, and there are no messenger or uh, WhatsApp group, and we actually conduct these communication with our close Telegram groups. And yes, this is what I had to give the information. And Dr. Rifat Bhai, do you want to add anything regarding these things?
Okay, you have already mentioned every single thing, but I am not the supporter to give the recorded classes, because from my experiences, especially for the MRCS Part A experience, I used to what did I really observe from my MRCS Part A batches, because I have conducted so many batches previously, and I noticed the person who I know from the very beginning of their preparation, and they used to pass in this Part A exam. Why it really happens? Who was attending in the classes, appearing in the classes in a very regular basis, because I used to take most of the classes for the MRCS Part A. So those person used to pass very easily in the Part A exam. So to pass MRCS Part A exam, is the key is to attend in the classes in a very regular basis. If you don't attend the classes, if you just enroll in your batch and you are thinking, I would see that classes later on, because those things have been kept in the Google Drive. That's okay. I will watch those videos later on. I will appear in the exam later on, and I can assure you, guys, this is nothing but the wastage of money. So here we are not attending to grab your money, and definitely you don't want to waste your money. So the key to success, or key to pass in this MRCS Party exam, is to attend in the online classes, and in a very regular basis. So still we are giving you the opportunity to have the offline or the recorded classes, because all of we know that all of you are busy with your regular schedule, but it would be highly recommended, appreciated, if you attend the classes in a regular basis, and online classes rather than the recorded classes. So I think that's all for the orientation. We have discussed every single thing. And one thing, if you just, most of you didn't get our material yet, only few of you got the books. But if who has got the book, if you just have a look over the book, you'll come to know these are the base version of the MRCS Part A. And after every single topic, every single questions from the EMRCs have been included in your book. So you don't have to buy any other book other than the pictogram or the knitter. And you do have the knitter already in your hand, because you have completed your MBBS. So you don't have to go through any other book other than these books. And definitely keep some note ready besides your book. And after that, whenever we are taking the classes, we'll give you some extra information. Just write those things in your book or in your notebook. So use those things, always follow our instructions, and always try to remember what we are thinking, telling you, and how to crack MRCS, how to find out the positive points, how to, and just if you just go through few questions from the POG 1 and POG 2, these are the book for Part B. You can see, you will see these questions are really larger. Every single question comprises 5 or 6 lines, and you will got 1 minute for every single question. So the question which comprises 4 or 5 lines, and you have 1 minute in your hand. So these questions are really difficult. After reading, after going through whole questions, about after that answering the questions perfectly. But if you practice, if you follow us, if you just go through the tips and tricks, those things will be nothing for you. And from my experience, there is no failing history from my history. There no one failed in this MRCS exam. Whoever I asked, you are ready, you are perfect to go for the Part A exam. Just jump for the exam, book the exam, and appear for the exam. Everyone have passed in this exam. So I can assure you, you are in the best place right now. If you just simply follow us, if you just simply follow our tricks, you'll pass in this exam. That's all for the orientation. I think, Dr. Hasnat, I am extremely grateful to you guys, to you, and extremely grateful to every single one who are attending in this orientation program. Thank you very much. And that's all, and that's everything for the orientation. Now I would like to listen. I would like to hear a few feedback from you guys who are appearing right now here. I did the same thing in the MRCS Part B candidates for the first day of our orientation. Just unmute yourself, give a brief introduction of you. Who are you and where are you working right now, and when you are thinking to appear in this Part A exam. Are you guys with me? Dr. Esha? Dr. Esha, are you here?
Assalamu alaikum. Dr. Rifat, can you hear me?
Yes, Dr. Kupid Dims, right?
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry. This is the my mail name. I just forgot to rename my account.
Okay,
I'll
okay,
do
no
that
worries, no
later.
worries. Take
What's
your
your real name? No problem. What's your real name, brother?
Myself is Dr. Sifat Ahmed.
Okay,
Okay.
got
I'm
you from
currently
Chittagong,
working at
right?
the Bardem. Currently working at the Bardem as a medical officer. So,
Okay.
regarding your last speech, I like to ask you some question about the time management. I think that this question already has been answered or not, I don't know. But my concern is how will be the time management in the MRCS Part 1 exam in comparing to the FCPS Part 1. Just like FCPS Part 1 is there's a use time I got and there is no.
I got your I got your question. Bhaiya, when we will go through the specific topic, and we will definitely solve few questions, and I will show you how to answer those things. Sometimes in your especially paper 2, if you don't answer anything, there you will get some opportunity to mark those things in your laptop. Just give some yellow mark, some red mark, just then jump to the next question. You are not allowed to skip or waste your time on that particular portion. Just go to the next question and answer those questions subsequently. After that, whenever you will able to finish the question before the desired time, just click on the mark question, mark flag on your laptop,
Okay.
and you will be seeing those things later on. If you just simply go through the YouTube, you will able to see how they are conducting the exam. Just mark on the, then click on the red flag portions, and the question you have marked and given the red flag, the question will come automatically. Then go for the answer. No problem. We have enough time to discuss about those things. Nothing to be worried about. Definitely will come into a solution. Thank you very much. When you are
And
going to appear in this exam, Bhaiya?
I like to appear in the next January if you think that I can do that. But I have to be
Okay,
honest, I have
so start
no,
your
no.
journey right now.
I'll try my
Okay,
best,
no
right?
problem.
And
You have time in your hand. Just study hard 1 or 2 months. After that, after seeing the preparation, we'll recommend you whether you will able to answer appear in this exam or not. Okay, thank you very much, doctor. Now come to Dr. Esha. Dr. Esha, are you here? Are you here, Dr. Esha? Okay, come to Dr. Mahmood. Dr. Mahmood, are you here?
Assalamualaikum bhaiya.
Assalamualaikum
Walaikum
bhaiya. I'm
salam.
here.
Okay, come
Dr.
to the Dr.
Isha.
Esha again.
Ji.
Yes, please. Yes, Dr. Esha, please give some introduction of you. Who are you, and
I
what
am
are you
Dr.
doing now?
Rotan Jahanika. Currently,
Mm-hmm.
I am not working. I'm just preparing for MRCS and other post-graduation exam, especially MRCS Part A. I have given MRCS Part A in already given in January, May 2024, but I am not succeeded.
Okay,
Then
that's not a big deal. No problem, sister. Nothing to worry
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Definitely will pass in the next session. Okay, inshallah.
Inshallah, I'll pass in next diet, January 25, and my plan is to move into England for my career.
Okay,
That is why
okay. We are in the same track.
I'm just preparing for MRCS only after passing my MBBS and
Okay.
during internship also. I was
Okay, that's great.
working
We are in the same track.
I was working in Northeast Medical College as an IMO in surgery, but for the exam I quitted the job. But now I am not
Okay, that's
working.
good. Okay, that's good. Okay, Dr. Mahmood, are you here? Thank you, Dr. Isha. Are you here, Dr. Mahmood?
Assalamualaikum bhaiya. I'm Dr. Mahmood, currently working as a
Yes,
lecturer
yes,
in Army Medical College Chattogram.
yes, yes.
Actually,
That's
bhaiya,
great.
I wasted 1.5 years. I did nothing actually.
No
I'm very
problem. These things are the investment. You got some experience from the 1.5 years. No problem. These times are nothing bad. Just believe me. I have I have huge experience in our course because I am in the BSMO. I have seen so many persons who came in the course session or some fellowship, advanced fellowship training. They are just at the age of my father. And we are in the same row, so nothing to be worried about.
So
These things
actually,
are
bhaiya,
nothing
I'm
but
very new to this post-graduation journey, and I want to pursue my career in England. So
Okay, you are
okay,
most
I
that's
welcome.
think,
great.
and during my internship, I attended 1 to 2 your classes from Genesis. So actually, I joined this course because of you. So your class was
Okay, no problem, Bhaiya.
so good. That's why I think you are the best person for me to help.
Okay, inshallah. Just pray for me so that I
So
and Dr. Hasnat can give our
I am
best.
planning to sit on January 2025. So inshallah, you will help me.
Okay, definitely, Bhaiya. Definitely will help you. Definitely, inshallah. Okay, Dr. iPad. Dr. iPad, are you here? Okay, come back to Dr. Piclian. Piclian. Are you here?
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, Doctor, what is name? Yes, yes, we can hear you. Please continue.
I am Dr. Blessing. Now I am at Chittagong. I have completed
Okay.
my internship with Dr. Hasnat. He's my
Okay, that's
friend.
great. It's a
Uh,
great
I
opportunity.
have
I'm going to have another bullet and another grenade.
I
Okay, that's great.
I have prepared for FCPS, but still did not crack it. But
Okay, no problem.
in 2022, I went through MRCS and for the MRCS preparation, but could not appear. Now I'm planning to appear on next January, and I want to crack it at anyhow. And I came to know about you, and I hope it will be great. That we
Okay,
can achieve.
that's
I hope.
great. That's great,
Uh,
man. Thank you. Thank you. That's great.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, come back to Dr. Ruhul Amin. Dr. Ruhul Amin, are you here?
Hello, Assalamualaikum bhaiya.
Yes, yes. Salam.
I am Dr. Ruhul Amin. I have completed my MBBS at Dinajpur Medical College, and then I have passed my MRCS Part 1 in the orthopedic surgery last 2024. And
Yes.
currently job at a medical officer, private hospital.
Okay.
I have
That's good. When you are thinking to go for the exam?
I am preparing to appear exam at next January 2025 session. Right,
Okay,
and
that's great.
I think you and Dr. Hasnat Hakim will help me. That's it.
Yes, definitely. We are here to help you. That's good. Dr. Ruhul Amin. Dr.
Thank you.
Sadia Islam, are you here? Dr. Sadia? Dr. Dr. Sajida Islam, are you here? Okay, I think they are not interested. Dr. Sandeep Kumar Ghosh, Dada, are you here?
হ্যালো,
Yes, yes, we can hear
আমি
you.
ডক্টর সন্দীপ কুমার ঘোষ, এফসিপিএস পার্ট 1 করছি এনটিতে, এখন বগুড়াতে আছি, এখন এমআরসিএস দিতে চাই জানুয়ারিতে।
Okay, so when is your expected date?
জানুয়ারি
January. That's good. Okay.